Hey y'all, welcome to Cooking with Miss Holt. We're going to have a discussion about butter today. I get this question a lot, and when I was teaching high school home ec, I got it from my students a lot too. What is the difference between butter and margarine, or is there a difference? And absolutely 100% there is a difference. Butter should only have one or two ingredients. I have a box of salted butter here with me today, and on the back, I don't know, I'll put up a picture of this later, but on the back there's only two ingredients, cream and salt, because this is salted butter. And that's really what you want. If you get unsalted butter, there should only be one ingredient. It should just say cream. Whereas on the back of a box of margarine, there's lots of ingredients. And if you'll notice on the front of the box of most margarines, it will say 49% vegetable oil. So it's mainly oil. So, and I know there's a lot of debate about what all is in margarine and this and that, and is it healthy for you or not. And I'm not going to get into that today, but I'm just saying that there is a difference. And in terms of baking, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, but I think that there's just no substitute for butter. It gives a great taste. It gives a great product. I guess I do think it's healthier for you because it's one ingredient. Now, butter's very fattening. It has a high level of fat in it, and nobody should be eating that every day. But I think that it is good. It is good for baking and cooking. Also, like this box of butter that I have here, the expiration date on it is October. And let me turn this around, you can see. And I do love Challenge butter. I really do like that. But I bought this box maybe a month ago, and the expiration date on it is in late October. So you'll find that salted butter has a longer expiration date than unsalted, because salt is just a natural preservative. So also, people ask me if like tub butter or whipped butter can be used in place of stick butter, what I just showed you, and the answer is no, because in whipped butter, a large percentage of the product is air. So if a cake recipe calls for a half a cup of butter, which is one stick, you want a half a cup of butter, whereas if you scooped out a half a cup of whipped butter into a half cup measuring cup, it looks like you're getting a half cup butter, but you're not really, because a large portion of that is air. So you really need to stick with solid butter when you're cooking, like stick butter, that way. And also I tell people one of the best things you can do for baking in general is to let your butter get room temperature if the recipe calls for it. Now, some things, like pie crust, you want your butter to be cold and all that. But if it says room temperature butter, make sure that it's room temperature. And I generally, if I'm going to bake in the morning, I set the butter out at night. Or if I'm going to bake in the afternoon, I set it out in the morning. It's my experience that it takes it 4 good hours to come to room temperature. And if your butter is in lumps, when it goes into a cake, it's been my experience, and I've tried to do that. I've tried to get in a hurry and not let it get to room temp. It just, oh my gosh, it never comes out well. And I've also tried doing it in the microwave, and I've had a little bit of success with that, maybe with cookies, something that's not as finicky as a cake. But I've never had really good results with, trying to bring butter to room temperature in a microwave. And I know that there's people that say you can do the warm glass thing, and I haven't tried it. It may work really well, I don't know. But one of the best things you can do for cakes especially is have butter, eggs, and milk at room temperature when you bake. It just makes a tremendous difference. And one time, years ago, I had to make 2-pound cakes in one night, and I was in a hurry. And so the first one, I had this stuff set out at room temperature. Maybe somebody called along the way and said, will you do another one or whatever? Well, the second one, I did not have the ingredients at room temperature, and I tried to kind of hurry it along and cut corners and, well, I guess it'll be okay and all that. Well, I took pictures of both pound cakes when they came out. The pound cake where all my ingredients were room temperature rose really high and it was beautiful and it looked like a picture. The other cake, not so much. And it was okay and it rose a little bit, but nothing like the one that was room temperature. So you'll get a better rise and a better product if your ingredients are at room temperature. So I hope this has helped a little bit with the explanation of between butter and margarine. Butter is just basically cream, and margarine is a lot of times maybe 49% vegetable oil and then some other ingredients. And I just prefer butter because of the taste, because of the way the product that it puts out in baking. And I know butter is more expensive than margarine, and I'm like everybody else. I'm a former teacher, so I wait for butter to go on sale, and a lot of times stores around me will have it buy one, get one free. Butter can absolutely be frozen, and I use salted butter in pretty much everything. 99% of the time I use salted. It lasts a long time, so when butter goes on sale, buy one, get one free, I buy 6 or 8 boxes because I cook a lot. I take food as gifts to people, and take food when people are sick and this and that and the other. So I go through a lot of butter. But yes, it is expensive, but just catch those buy one, get one free sales, and you will be all right. Thank you so much for joining me today. See you soon.